So this is the first episode of the MFAM barbecue event. Like the Chronicles of the MFAM barbecue. So me and my cousin, we decided to that we wanted to go to this barbecue that was being hosted by Nick Merckx, the popular streamer. Um, we're like, I'm a huge fan of Nick Merckx, so I was like super excited to go, and we just wanted to like see how it was because we've seen the other events, and we were like, all right, let's see how this one goes. We want to show up, right, and have a good time. So we were like, all right, it's in Tampa, so let's invite a few people to go see, so we can have like a group going. So my cousin texts me this like question. So if I say not going, that he's not going, do you think he would ask for his bread back? Right? And then he said prank time. And I said, yeah, let's do it. Let's prank her, right? So then he's like, do you want to do it on the game later or record it or on text? I was like, we should use text, so we could document it and like we could talk about it later and like joke around. He's like, all right, cool. So he already having a conversation with him. So I was like, should I tell him I need more money for the room since it's split three ways now? And he was like, yeah. Let's make it like as like intriguing as we can make it. Like, let's see what we could like get out of him to say, right? Like, let's see what now we'll get out of him to say. Let's see how angry he gets, right? So I didn't know it was gonna go the way it did, but basically, just wait for the next text of the conversation he has with Nuke. So after the whole like conversation we had as a group, like, Nuke's not gonna be able to make it. So I was like, all right, Darth, like I'm gonna need more money from you. And he is like, he doesn't say anything, right? He doesn't reply to the group text or anything. So then he texts Nuke on the side and he says this, like, please don't do this to me. Trip gonna be ass now. And I'm like, what? And then so my cousin like tries to deflect it. He's like, what you mean you got Bubba and Gareth? He's like, hey yo, hell no. And I'm like, and then he's like, what you mean? And then he's like, shit going to be doodle. We going to the museums and shit now, and I don't like going to museums or nothing like that. So I don't know what he's referring to. But yeah, so my cousin's like, nah, you're gonna be at the best restaurants and have fun, bro. Trust me. Like I like when I go out places, like I like to spend money. I do feel like money equates to happiness and fun especially when you're doing trips, especially when you're doing like trips with the homies or even trips with your significant other. Like if you're not spending money, you're not getting the best of the event, right? But spend responsibly. Like don't go crazy and like regret it later. Like just spend what you can. But that's what I like to do. I like to like go to fancy restaurants, like see what really's out there, right? So he's like, you trolling? What you doing for your sister that can't wait a weekend? So he like my cousin told him like, oh, he has to do something for his sister. So now he's telling him like, oh, I told her I would watch her son as a favor for a favor she did for me, right? And then he says, well, hold on. So he says, do you remember Vegas? It's going to be part 2 in Tampa. And then he said, what happened in Vegas? Good times, laugh my loud. And he said, we went to hobo fast food spots and mini golf. And what the fuck? He says, I mean, none of the homeless touched us. So in reality, like we went to, I think it was Jack in the Box where we went to Vegas, all of us, right? And it was like me and Nuke never had Jack in the Box before, so we were like, all right, let's go try it out. We didn't know we didn't know that going that late to that place was gonna be bad. But it ended up being bad. Also, like just like a little background information on this Vegas trip, he's blaming me for my bachelor party. I was the groom, and he was a groomsman, and my cousin was the best man. So in reality, I was just going with the flow of everything. I didn't want to be held responsible for anything that goes down. Because I just wanted to have a good time, and I wanted to see what they were gonna do for me. But yeah, so I'm not sure why like he's being critical of me during that trip, but whatever. So then Dark's like, sorry, I was hoping once you said you weren't going, he would cancel. I guess not. So like he really doesn't want to go unless my cousin is going. And like me and my cousin, like we always had like a conversation about like who Darth like is cool with more. And he thinks me and Darth like talk on the side a lot and stuff. And like I offered to be like, you know, Darth's kids like godparent and stuff. But like our relationship is not like what his and Darcy's. Like they could joke around with each other and stuff like that. Like I'm not comfortable with that stuff. Like I joke around, but my jokes are like, you know, just ridiculous, like stuff that can never happen or stuff that's not realistic. So it's not like personal or any of that stuff because I don't feel comfortable doing that. So he put laugh my ass off, bro. He not gonna cancel because that shit will be amazing. Y'all gonna paint the city red, and you got Gareth in my place. And then he said, "I hate you." And then he said, "Okay, I'll go." And then he said, "Thank you. I know Bubba too proud to ask. He tight right now." And he said, "Nah, it was a prank. Just wanted to mess with you." And then he put like, you know, the Jordan famous crying face, put in a hoodie over his head. So this is like for me, like this is a prank gone wrong because it's like I know that he's not cool with me no more, right? Like, or he's like not cool with me no more, but he's like he never really like cared to chill with me, like separate from my cousin, like kind of like we're like a one is either we're like a package deal to him, or like he just doesn't find me cool, and that's fine, that's fine. So like at the end of the day, like all of that is fine. I approached him about it, just cause like I know it was a prank and we were just goofing on him, but I was just like, yo, you really think that I'm like corny like that? And then he got like mad defensive and was like he like, you know, calling me out of my name type stuff. So like this Tampa trip should be interesting. Because to be honest, like I'm very more chill and more like understanding than a lot of people that's going on this trip. Not about the situation, I'm just talking about in reality. So we shall see how it goes. Well, if you're new to the channel, please comment, like, and subscribe. We have a lot more coming up for the MFAM barbecue. Trust me, it's gonna be way lighter than this conversation that we just had. It's gonna be way more entertaining. Where we're gonna try to win some with some of the tournaments that's happening during the MFAM barbecue. We're gonna be vlogging a majority of the trip. So just come back. We have way more content coming in. NBA 2K22 coming. We got a lot of other stuff, a lot of other content that we're trying to post on this channel.